space here. Funny things were happening around the energies, and the not enough card somehow flew out of my deck and was underneath my chair. I literally almost destroyed that card there with my roller chair. But Twin Flames also was peeking up at me, and I'm hearing for some of you all, these might be themes, dualities that are present in your life right now, in places where you may have grown quite a great deal over this past cycle. And I'm speaking most specifically since we've been seeing the dance of Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn that had taken their retrograde cycle, um, for us to do these assessments. And for some of us, this has been soul journeys experienced through the eyes of others. Partnerships have been huge with this for many of you all, and being that this is the quote unquote holidays, here's the 411 about where we may have had to draw a line somewhere and really teach ourselves when enough is enough, and learning where we can actually give ourselves some grace for being more than enough. I've been seeing a number of people talking about divine masculine and divine feminine, um, especially over the recent months. It's really been gaining in popularity as many people are looking forward to what 2020 actually might be in a more personal way, and that we may see clearly in these things where we've had to reconcile, where something might not have been enough, especially with regard to give and take in relationships. So frustrations in relationships is right there at the top of that card. Lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. And Twin Flame says here, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. And I'm really interested to see where these themes show up for those of you that might be here looking for insight into relationships. And I will just encourage you to remember that no matter what type of dogma or belief systems others might give to you about what a twin flame or a soulmate experience is, that first relationship of importance and priority is the one with yourself. So if you're here feeling like that not enough stuff is kind of a glare in the face, let's take a look at where it is that you actually are holding the space for it to be plenty, because that's actually where you can see more clearly what's actually here that you have developed in that not enough space, and where hopefully we can see some positive gains forward with regard to self-development and calling in more of a divine counterpart. Because I will say, twin flame information often is highly karmic in nature, with one person running after the other, or somebody running away, and who's supposed to chase, and whose turn is it, and how do we bring these things into balance, and kind of just igniting one another's energy, and in some cases finding yourself in a narcissistic style abusive relationship where somebody is gassing your energy. And so if you've been through that, these cards might just be reminding you that enough is enough, and that hereforth you've learned a new mechanism to even gauge your own essential energy, and learning to hold that for yourself and feeling substantial in that is one really amazing way to call forward more of a soul match or a divine counterpart, somebody who can resonate at that same vibrational frequency and quality as you. Hey, air tribes. So, I've been clearing the spaces, and with my Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, number 42 might be relevant to some of you all right now, but the Lunar God card showed up, the masculine. So, for some of you all, this is going to be one of the themes going along with these readings. I'll be back if there are some other group pop-outs. Alright, air tribes. Another pop-out for you all. Visionary. Just leapt out. I'm going to read it here. Light attributes. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Shadow attributes, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like GTHO, get the hell out with that. And that's kind of some of you all right there, just knowing that you have galvanized the situation and that certain things can't convolute or intercept your vision. Know that this has been prayed for and protected, and you are being divinely guided, air tribes. 2020 is a time for us to see clearly that which can never be obfuscated from those of us that have adopted a willingness to operate from the inner state. All right. Greetings. What's up, air tribes? How you doing? Just wanted to share some of the shared messages that came up while I was shuffling for all of you. That's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. So I'm kind of getting a time period, first of all, that I want to speak about for, I would say, the more senior tribes being Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, that are really the end of the zodiac, in my opinion. I don't really see the end of the year before 2020 is the actual new year. I think there are some political and ideological and philosophical debates that could go on for a period of time about why. I'll just say that I find that the actual inception of energy happens strong when we step into what is known as Aries. And so anyway, the end of the cycle, the colder months, at least here in the West, Capricorn through Pisces, or like a time frame that are showing up right now, is especially relevant for those of you that are catching this reading right now. And so I'm hearing that whatever might be happening at the quote-unquote end of the Gregorian calendar year, it's sort of like your preemptive witness on what is actually going to be ending to have a new beginning come end of Pisces, right before we step into Aries in 2020, when we are able to see things more clearly. And so I'm feeling that for some of you all, this is like an evaluation period, and I'm hearing for some of you all, this is either about your wedding or, in some cases, someone's union. Some of you are stepping into a relationship, partnership that is going to be union, sacred, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Wonderful. I really loved that. There were other heart messages that were coming up around this for all three of you, and this energy here, focus, number 14. Let's see, what does that say? Waxing Gibbous 5, focus. This is a card showing up for all of you all, the real highlight on what you're calling in, your divine resonance, the third eye, if you will, that has been illuminated in many of you, where it's like this butterfly effect that's occurring, and it's kind of like, if you've ever noticed water and air, this thing that, did we really separate it? This bomb that we need to drink and breathe, and if we get that confused, could cost us our life, but we need it for our lives desperately, dearly. Wow, what is this birth that's happening in the book of 14, which might be a 7-7, the parting of water, that we might see more clearly in defining what this might mean to some of you all. It's not what I'm going to do right now, but I will tell you that the other message that was showing up here, looking up at me, is this wisdom card here, number 22, and I'm hearing about the 11-11, 21-12 axis point for the 22 ascension, rising of what was taught as a direct transmission and healing for what would then be passed on. So we're talking about the beacons of light opening up in a very specific kind of communication that, for lack of a better way to put it, it's like being trained in sonar. And so a lot of you all have this electrifying ability already, whether or not you realize it, and it's just starting to tingle, and it's starting to permeate. And right now, between now and the end of Pisces season, this sense of what you can understand, and I'll say even beyond belief, just what you can actually sense and perceive and call into the third density realm, from the 5G or the 5D into density, into halo, is really what's proving what our 2020 view is in one strong inception. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, you just need to know, especially if you're feeling compelled, you might be feeling very, very passionate right now. Athletes showed up for all y'all. This one says, light attributes, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Shadow attributes states, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. And hearing for some of y'all, watch how you are feeling driven, because you could be beyond the point for different reasons. This could be Capricorn season here. That is the devil showing up at the tarot of sexual magic. That is a bit of a graphic card. Ooh. And this was just sticking out on the bottom. This Two of Pentacles. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you might have somebody that's been like lurking around you, secret admirer. I'm hearing somebody might have like a spell or an enchantment on you and you don't realize it. And there could be some attachments, let's just say, when the devil shows up. So very interesting. You might want to check the Capricorn messages too, in case you're dealing with a Capricorn as well, or a Pisces, because Pisces did show up here as well for all y'all. But like I said, I'm getting more of an indication of this being a time period, if you will, for us to grade for ourselves where we draw the line, what we know in our sage mind, our sage wisdom that is coming to an end before we transmute energies, and what it is to take that focus sort of as a death card, as a point of transcendence. It's after the 13 too, so that butterfly being here is a very special effect. And I'm going to read to you what the shared card of Have Confidence is. Air tribes, because this one's great. Archangel Michael. My prayer. Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all that is divine. Wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. And just hearing, you might not realize you have somebody that's around you that has your back. And for some of you all, it's going to be like something that developed while you were like in your private halo space that is like a mirror resonance for you. And so I'm just seeing it coming together, and that's what this athlete is all about. And then for some of you all, just watch where things are testing your energy, because you might be dealing with compulsions right now, and in some cases it's like very strong attractions, people that might even have addictive personalities. So make sure you use your best discernment with all things. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, if it's like a relationship season or like preparing for that, I'm hearing like some of y'all start getting in shape. This is a great time to do it. Take some steps and initiatives forward. I'm hearing somewhere between like 2 weeks to less than a month can be really, really pivotal for some of you all, especially if you're taking a distance move with long distance communications or distance relationships and partnerships of different kinds. All right, hope that was helpful. I'll catch you on the inside of your reading. Greetings, Gemini. How's it going? Great to have you here. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at your cards. And this is what we have before us. So, with the archetype card, we're going to get an idea of most likely what you've been growing through the most over this reflective period. And I'm speaking most specifically to whatever Saturn and Pluto have been up to. We've had both of those in Capricorn doing a little dance over this past year. And this might give us an idea of what we're healing through so that we can see clearly about what's ahead in 2020. All right. Okay, Gemini. The Fool. That's what's showing up for you. Light attribute states fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Shadow attribute says using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. Hearing for some of you all, it's like learning about situations that either you've grown from. It's like kind of like when you do a facial peel, and there's like a mask that you take off. But for others, it's like I'm hearing just leaving superficial things behind, and in some cases, like just outright two-faced people. And I'm hearing for some of y'all too, that's like a really rich dessert in and of itself. Especially if your sun is in Gemini. I know some of you all have heard from people. Gemini sometimes gets this bad rap for being, duplicitous or two-faced. And hey, I've met some Geminis that have had to deal with that from other people, like gaslighting like that, quite a bit. And so, it's watch out there, snake charmer. If somebody's ever pointed that finger at you, Gemini, I know what that's like. So anyway, it could be interesting. This energy too, though, this is speaking a lot to the new start. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it might be a little frustrating. I almost knocked this board over while I'm saying that. It might be a little bit frustrating just because there's certain things that you're just ready to graduate from, is what I'm hearing. Because I'm hearing that some of y'all have really focused on whatever this is. There might be some kind of big reveal. Especially if you've been kind of waiting for that time. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it might be an okay thing to just give it a little bit more time and just have confidence in what your process is. Waiting is sometimes the hardest thing ever. And I'm hearing that that, I'm not like trying to say, hey, just have all this patience, because I know, that's such a... Oh, I'm not going to placate you like that. But anyway, I've just been hearing that for some of you all, it might be the best thing too for your strategy, because for some of you all, you're knowing that you're going to have more energy behind you, especially if you're trying to do a launch of something. Because I'm hearing there might be phases, but they're saying like some of this is just going to be better like around springtime is what I'm hearing. So you're going to know if that's the case or not. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it could just be agitating, and especially if you have like Capricorn in your chart, is what I'm hearing. Really big time for some of you all. Okay, hey, let's take a look and see what's showing up with our Queen of the Moon Oracle card. Gemini. Woo! Number 44. That card says attraction. This is a very, very beautiful card here. You see this person is like, now you can see that it's kind of blurry here. There we go. They're outside looking at the sky and perhaps meditating or praying. Here for some of y'all, this has been you. I mean, whatever it is that you've been focused on over here, it's like it glimmers. There's something about it that if it doesn't actually glimmer, it puts like a glimmer in your eye. And for some of y'all, I'm hearing this might be somebody that took you by surprise too, especially if you were over here, whatever this crying thing is. This game where, you know, somebody puts you through this, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, you know, you might have been in some kind of relationship like that with like a relationship dynamic where maybe it was a part of your attraction somehow to kind of win each other over, but I'm hearing it's just like resulted in a lot of tears, and for some of y'all it's like you're being faced with whatever this growth cycle is, like it's kind of back in your face for some reason, especially if either you have Capricorn in your chart or this person, I'm hearing. Because it's like attracted some kind of healing situation into your life, and it's like this glimmer is showing up in some of your eyes, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, it might have been a surprise. If it hasn't happened yet, let me just tell you this, Gemini. Something's going to catch your eye here. And it's not going to be before you're ready. Let me just say that. That's going to be your full moment here. You got to test with this. You're going to get it at the right time. And that's what might surprise you, because you might have seen yourself or identified yourself a lot with whoever this sad clown character is here that puts on a happy face and, you know, behind closed doors, it's just a whole other type of release that maybe you don't let other people see. I'm hearing that it's like you might have actually attracted somebody who just like gets that with you. It's like this deadpan, silent like awareness, and then wow, kind of a glimmer in the eye sort of thing. For some of y'all, this is just, it's a really good harmonic resonance, especially if this person's like a life path 4 or an 8. You know, I'm getting that here with this 4-4. Alright, but just remember, this is supermoon here too, by the way. That's a huge moon. That's what that person's staring at there. It's what you've brought to life. It's a lot closer to you than you probably realize. I'm reminded of those little stickers on your side view mirrors that says like, you know, objects may be closer than they appear in the mirror. Because Gemini, you can see eye to eye with this thing, and I'm hearing it's like Siamese twin thing for some of y'all. There might be something there. Okay, hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the Black Moon Astrology card, see who we might be dealing with here. Gemini! There's another Gemini. Is there another Gemini involved? Or is this just you being yourself? Hey, twin. What's up, twin? 15, Gemini, I think. So, yeah, that's what's showing up there. But I'm hearing that's like maybe how you're going to meet up with this person, though. It's like, if they don't have a Gemini in their sun, moon, or rising, you know, they might just be somebody who just kind of meets you, like, soul level, where it's like, boom, got you. Let's see what else we got here. Archangel Michael. We have a card that says spend more time outdoors. So, well, hopefully you can. Some places might not be the best for that right now, depending on where you are. We definitely see this person out there embracing the light. looking up to the sky again, kind of like this one here, maybe being meditative, prayerful. Here's what the card says. Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. So, definitely, that could be very helpful right now. Especially if you're working in attracting something in. Just being next to something that's fertile, that can grow, especially if it is cold where you are, might be very, very uplifting for you, supportive, to be near a tree. Alright, so, get you another view here. Hi. Hello. Alright, Gemini. So if you were here interested in relationship style information, these last two cards are going to tell us a little bit more. With the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have Magician. Hearing for some of you all, this could very possibly be you at the moment. I'm hearing for some of y'all it actually is whether or not you identify as this guy. This is, I definitely see this as a guy here. But a lot of women are mages or magicians too. This is somebody who is in charge. And for some of you all, this might be actually who you've been attracting, especially if you've been single for some period of time. So for some of y'all, this is like who that surprise person might be that shows up, and I'm not gonna lie, this person is like red danger hot. What I'm hearing, red danger hot, especially showing up around that other stuff that was coming for all of you air tribes, especially if they're like, I'm hearing like, it's a major. I'm just gonna, yeah, some of your guides are just like really noisy right now. I know, I'm not gonna say all that. Some of you all might want a private reading. Hit me up, details below if you would like something more specific about who this is, because for some of y'all, this is actually somebody that you have definitely been attracting into your life, and I'm hearing if they haven't shown up yet, I'm getting like a real strong like Capricorn Aquarius vibe on this for some reason with this one, Gemini. But I'm hearing if they haven't shown up yet, it's like they're saying around the beginning of the year. I don't really buy into that. Like I was telling you, I think the beginning of the year is more like around Aries season, but I'm hearing this could happen then too. So timelines can be a little bit weird depending on who you are and what your situation is, but I'm hearing for some of you all, this is something that you're going to be leading up to in like the warmer months, but I'm hearing if you meet this person anytime soon, they have some warming ideas. And they're very magical indeed. And be careful too, because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, only if this is like the narcissist one. This can't be for everybody, Gemini, but I'm hearing for some of you all, there is like a narcissist guy. He's like a weird fire air guy, and he's done like some weird candle spell thing, and if you've been wondering, he's got a mirror with your name on it, is what I'm hearing, and there's some like weird angle thing that he does to try to see stuff, and I'm hearing it's like trying to see like reflections and like something you can do with smoke, but it's really low level magic is the thing. He thinks it's like really high level magic, but it's really like low level narcissist like hex stuff, and it's like the thing is there's a witness around this now because of how protected you are, and it's kind of like an exfoliation, like dead things that just get taken off, right? And where like particles come in and sort of replace what couldn't be taken, but what fills better space somewhere else. It's a better way to put it. what you've actually been attracting here is a bitter parallel. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, just know that if you've been dealing with like some shady character that like thinks he can do that, he like hides himself under a smoke that he can't hide himself under it. There's people that can actually see that now because of the Halo technology. So just know it was very well spent on whatever ego stake he took to try to do that. If this is somebody that's been like attacking on you, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you were wondering if somebody's been spying. And yes, this magician may have been doing that for some of you all, but you've just attracted something much more protective. So know that. Let's see if we can get some other information, because that's not for everybody. For some of you, that is absolutely not the case. You are just attracting something that is very much on the level and really, really independent energy that I hear that might be the thing that surprises you. It's that, you know, if you do meet with this person, they're like such a good match for you, at least in their own witness of you, where it's like they feel like wow about you, and that when you actually have this contact with them, that might be the alarming thing, because maybe you haven't seen yourself like that yet, is what I'm hearing. Especially if you've like maybe been called into like a leadership role anytime recently, and maybe you haven't yet. Maybe that's what you haven't realized yet about this gestation period, because I'm hearing it's been a process for some of you all, whatever you've been learning. I'm hearing it's not quite second nature to you yet, but that it's definitely something they're saying that's like interchangeable somehow with whatever your like double life is. It's like you're like Clark Kent, like moonlighting thing, whatever it is. I'm hearing it's much more than that right now, and it's good for you to know that, Gemini. Okay, so let's see what else we can find out. We've got this Love Oracle card. Talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. So for some of you all, perhaps communication has been an issue, because you're seeing like two-faced things and like having to think rather maybe than know. Having to rely on your healing time outdoors and galvanizing situations independently. I'm here for some of y'all, it's like having had to deal with that. And that this might be what was ambiguous with this person too, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, you know, this person might have been a little manipulative, you know? They're very manipulative, where they wouldn't talk, they would just do things and create situations, you know? But they can't do that to you. You're guided and you're protected. And just know that it's okay for you to be honest about your feelings. And it's really okay for that. So, especially when you're able to expose things, and especially if now your throat chakra is working better from having had to digest whatever the situation is. And why there's green here too. It's like heart healing, and also an emphasis on how to launch that forward with however you're attracting things. So know with this solar eclipse coming up here too, day after Christmas, it's going to be a real lucky time to be creating more situations. That new moon. And sometimes new situations don't have to be like, you know, grand new launching efforts, but things that had been pruned and trimmed and redirected. So for some of you all, take a tip from outdoors on this one. It's going to be really helpful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull a few sibillas, see if we can get some more information, Gemini, about this magician. Whatever we're attracting in here is what you think is actually what you're bringing forward. Especially if you're talking and spelling and speaking things. Okay, let's see here. My Gemini needs to know about this magician. I am hearing he's interested in a lot more than talking with you, that's for sure. Hoovering might be, yeah. Somebody's going to take initiative, though, because that magician sure does. Let's see here. Alright, so La Allegrezza. That can sometimes be something flying in. That is the keeping it light energy. Sometimes it's like, like that text message that you really wanted to come in and, knowing what to say so that the finesse is there, that the effect is there, and minimal impact, but not so minimal impact, It's like you can take that delicate landing and catch the scent, right? So, let's see here. That's being tactful. All right, so malinconia. This is somebody who they might have been mourning something here, Gemini. That's somebody that's depressed. And gran consolazione. Kind of looks like the same pose, doesn't it? Here. I'm hearing that person's come a long way, baby. If this is the same person, it's like they've been healing through something. This is somebody that's actually gone through the gestation. This is somebody that, hey, what happens before you see a butterfly there? Usually in that painful chrysalis, maybe like this depression here. So for some of y'all, you need to know that whoever this magician is, you're going to know if this is you for sure, that you didn't get proficient at these things without some dedication, right? And this person, whoever you're bringing in, especially if this is something new that's surprising for you, don't take for granted that it looks effortless with them either. And I don't think you will. I don't think you will at all. Just know what you know about yourself and know that sometimes the difference between, this depressed person here and that relieved person there, very relieved person there, might be some level of self-reliance, learning how to witness themselves better. And sometimes it's like a hug that's just seemed like it's out of reach, that you've had to learn how to give yourself. And so for some of you all, that's going to be amazing, because that's literally like calling in like that other divine resonance partner. So for some of you all, that's what you got going on. Remember that this cycle and whatever the new year and new focus is, especially for something that you might be just waiting to launch, that's kind of here going in phases. I'm just hearing it's like 4 months might make a huge difference for you. So keep it in mind if it's for you. I'd love to hear what you think about this. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, appreciate your thumbs up. So share it with somebody who it will help. Please, I really appreciate that. If you'd like a personal reading with just your information on it, Gemini, hit me up. My information is below. I'd love to do that for you. If I don't hear from you, take care. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful holidays or whatever it is that you're doing. And we'll catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.